That's the first question that we have. Why corporate dividends are taxed at 15% distribution tax when dividends declared by equity mutual funds are fully exempt from distribution tax? What is the logic in this?
Yeah, wonderful. First, why is mutual fund distribution from equity schemes totally exempt? It is exempt because had they taxed it, it would have entailed double taxation of the same amount. Because imagine a equity scheme having collected money from all of us has put its money in, say, Infosys. Infosys declares dividend. When Infosys gives dividends to all shareholders, including the mutual fund, it has already paid DDT at 12.5%. Now the money comes, among other things, to the mutual fund. Mutual fund, when it distributes, if it is asked to pay tax, DDT, it would have entailed double taxation of the same income once again. So that's the rationale. That's the rationale.
Isn't there a double taxation to mutual fund investors if the funds sell their holdings within 1 year and the unit holder also sells his units in less than 1 year, as there will be short-term capital gains in both instances?
Yes. To an extent what you say is right, but you have to take mutual fund as a total package. In USA, the taxation of mutual fund is slightly different from the way it is here. In USA, they call it really pass-through, meaning there is nothing like exemption in America. What happens is that there is no tax on the mutual fund. But mutual fund, when it gives a dividend of say $100, then that $100 intimation will give you a breakup. That $100 dividend which is coming to you from say Fidelity Mutual Fund has the following composition: $20 interest income, $20 short-term capital gain, $20 long-term capital gain, and so on. In other words, in our assessment, we have to account for it on the same basis. That is why it is called pass-through. Pass-through in true sense of the term. Here in India, it's not fully pass-through. Only it is pass-through like this, that if mutual fund derives income, mutual fund pays no tax, but when the mutual fund earlier used to give the dividend income to us, we were paying tax. Now, we are exempted, but the fund has to pay DDT. That's all.
Okay.
But double taxation, yes, what you say certainly does happen.
Don't you think the logic of incidence of taxation twice of dividends also applies to service tax? My point is, why I should be made to pay service tax on my telephone bills and hotel bills paid out of my already taxed salary income?
About salary, I would not know. But broadly, there is a provision which is called set-off provision. So if you have paid obviously service tax on your telephone services, and then if you are rendering service to somebody else, like say a chartered accountant, then the net amount that you collect can be offset against the service tax that you have paid on the services you have received. So there is already a provision of set-off. There is, and this will be further clarified and further widened as they come up with a uniform general services and transaction tax.
There's a question about breakup of investing of rupees 1 lakh under section 80C in terms of LIC, ELSS, PPF and infrastructure bonds.
Yeah, what would be an ideal breakup, is that right? You can put entire 1 lakh of rupees in any of these instruments that you mentioned except PPF. In PPF, there is an upper cap of 70,000, not imposed by Income Tax Act, but imposed by PPF rules. So they will not accept anything from you in excess of 70,000. And that is why, therefore, the ideal breakup of that 1 lakh, at whatever the age composition of the investor, ideally 70,000 in PPF and 30,000 in ELSS. Why are we recommending PPF? Is because at 8% tax-free, that's the only tax-free instrument now remaining. Show me another instrument which is tax-free at 8%. There is 9% senior citizens deposit account. But that's taxable. There is 8% RBI bonds, but again taxable. But PPF is tax-free. That is why 70 to 70, but until they withdraw it.